tomorrow morning in the West Indies. That's in Antigua. Bangladesh, who just played 30 minutes ago against Australia.
Played when we were having breakfast this morning.
This is Super 8's coming fast. It's coming quick. And I just want to bring you guys in on this as well. Day game, night game, both these games are playing very differently, aren't they? So you got to change your mind, tactics, everything on this.
Yep. Yeah, that is a good point. So, but again, these teams have played enough cricket. Predominantly day-night cricket in white ball. There's not many venues, certainly in the bilateral series, that games are played in the daytime, particularly T20 games. So, but they've played enough cricket. There's enough versatility. There should be about and observing what's happening in the tournament at the various venues. So that's all part of the gaining data and knowledge and understanding of what's going on, what your tactics should be. So,
this World Cup, and the Indian fans are probably going to brew me for saying this, but it's set up for India to be very successful. India know exactly where their semi-final will be.
Yeah.
They're the only team in the world that knows that they'll be going to Guyana.
Yeah.
So they know they're going to be playing a morning game if they get to the semis in Guyana. The final's a morning game again, so day cricket, I think, suits India's style of play. I just think at night, I think any team can beat any team by a little bit of fortune with the toss and the batting second, the ball skidding on. You can get probably a 25-run sway by doing so. With India playing all their games in the day, pretty much, I think they're a very, very tough team to beat.
Let's have a look at the Indian team. Doubt if there's going to be any changes, Gilly. They're going to go. This is the team they're going to go with. I mean, Rahul Dravid has very clearly said that Kuldeep is going to be an integral performer for us. So Kuldeep has replaced Siraj as soon as they reach the Caribbean, and this is what they'll stick with.
Yeah, very well balanced lineup. The only part of that lineup that there's, we're not going to sit here and say there's question marks about, but it's the first two names there. Yeah. They just haven't fired to this point in this tournament, but they're the two most dominant players in this format for over the last 10, 12 years. So, it's a matter of time till one of them just flicks the switch. But the rest of it, just so well balanced. The left arm of Arshdeep in the wickets, Bumrah just absolutely leading, and then the variety of spin, Akshar Patel. And a big game last night, was it? Or yesterday?
Yeah, last night,
from Hardik Pandya. Thought a really nice, polished game that he should be feeling very comfortable about his role with bat or ball.
There's one name I'll bring up, is Shimon Dubé.
Yeah.
He was picked at number 5 to hit spin. He's yet to do it.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of gas on him in the next game that he's got this wrong. Particularly yesterday, there was under a little bit of pressure when he went in there. Hit a nice 6 down the ground and then he got out and I thought, and he reviewed it, it was an LBW.
Yeah.
The next time he goes out, particularly if India lose 3 early wickets and he's out there, come on, you've got to deliver, because they've put a lot of eggs in his basket.
Rahul Dravid has clearly said that Rohit and Virat are the openers for this tournament. Their position is fixed and everybody else can float.
The only thing you could do is Sanju Samson come back, because you've got your 2 left-handers in Akshar Patel and Jadeja and Rishabh at 3, so there's plenty of left-handers in that batting lineup now.
Yeah, it's 4 and 4. In the top 8.
Yeah, so Sanju could be putting pressure on Shivan if he...
They're not going to change it, are they?
We'll wait and see. If he has an iffy game the next game, he may come under pressure. I mean, Sanju was in great form in the IPL.
Yeah, true.
And he's a quality player of spin, which is what it's going to be about, going through to the obviously the semi-finals and the final. We've seen the pitch in Trinidad. We haven't seen the pitch in Guyana. We've seen the pitch in Barbados, and it's all going to be about playing spin and how you play the cutters.
Yeah, we have to see. I mean, it's also, I think none of the surfaces India's played on so far have been you've not had total. Shivam Dubé said that style of play has not been required so far, so I've not done it. But the fact is that he has got out early. There was one game, of course, that they played up in New York State where he did stick around and he got some runs with
Yesterday
Surya.
was his first kind of spin wicket, if you like.
Yeah, that was the first spin wicket. He hit that one big 6, I remember. That was it, but then...
Straight down the ground.
Yeah, straight out over the bowler's head. But then he got out. He will get a lot of spin in Bangladesh tomorrow. The good thing is that even though the openers haven't got runs, India's won every game, right?
Yeah.
So they've won all the games they've played. So I think that's a good thing as well. It's cutting Surya now. 2 good knocks, 2 back-to-back knocks. Rishabh Pant playing with that aggressive intent that he's...
Surya Kumar Yadav, I think he's one of those players that can win a game on his own.
Yeah.
The way that he plays spin, I mean, yesterday he just made it look so easy.
I think his contribution yesterday was the absolute difference, really. I mean, if he gets knocked over, they're not getting anywhere near the total they did.
He's a class act.
And,
And I want to talk about Akshar Patel because he goes below the radar a lot, which is difficult for a guy who's 6'3", but he does. Ends up going below the radar a bit. Bowls some tough overs, bowls in the power play.
Yeah.
When you need him to come and kind of drop guard at 4, he does that. When you need him to power at the end, he comes at 8. Fielding well, I think that he's kind of one of those almost under the radar kind of performers for India.
Yeah, probably in the jet stream a bit of Jadeja.
Yeah, who's the rock star, right? So
who's probably not done it so consistently in T20 cricket for India in more recent time compared to the body of work that he's compiled over many, many years, whether he's wearing blue or yellow or whatever the colour may be. So that's Jadeja. So you're right. Actually, he's really climbing up the rankings of where he slots into the importance of that team.
They've got a nice difference in the two left-arm spinners because you've got Jadeja who's a bit lower and skims it in, and then you've got Axe who comes a bit higher and gets that ball coming into the right-handers. So even though they're on paper the same, left-arm orthodox spin, they offer difference, which is exactly what you need.
Well, so that's it. India possibly, we think, will definitely go with the same 11. Yeah, they will go with the same 11. Yeah, they will. That's it. I'm telling you right now. With Bangladesh, of course, lost to Australia, which was... I'm just speaking in hours now because I can't do morning, yesterday, today. It's too confusing. So yeah, about 12 hours ago, about 15 hours ago, that game was cut short by rain. But Australia was really cruising to that win. There was no problem there for them. But let's look at the Bangladesh team. And I think the one name that definitely popped up from their spinners, the young spinner, Rishad Hussain, picked up 2 wickets, the leggy.
He's good, yeah.
He was good against Australia today. He picked up the 2 wickets that fell.
Yeah, he was. They were all a bit under siege. David Warner hit the ball nicely and the pressure was always back on Bangladesh after a subpar total, around 140. So there were always going to be a bit of pressure on. The Fizz, that'll be interesting to see how he comes back. He got a little bit of tap, a couple of overs for, I think, 22 he went for. So he'll need to try and make an impact and try to be a bit of a leader.
Where's the game being played?
Antigua.
Yeah.
So Viv.
Yeah. I'm trying to... Well, the spin... Again, Bangladesh, a bowling lineup from Bangladesh is going to be reliant on spin heavy. Shakib Hasan he didn't bowl, but certainly in the batting side of things hasn't really fired up yet. So... Yeah.
I said it the other day about Afghanistan playing India. I just think India have this kind of impact on the subcontinent teams. I just think they've got a mindset when they play the likes of Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and I think these teams struggle to play against India.
It's 12-1.
Yeah.
I think Bangladesh has only beaten India once in T20 cricket.
Really? As many as that?
Well, Bangladesh have good skill sets. They've got pretty much everything covered. But, when you put it next to what India have, India just have better skill sets. But with that, they've got a real strong mentality. And, you look at Mahmudullah, Shakib, Hasan, very experienced pros. And, for them to put up a fight against India and put them under pressure, you'd have to fancy that all the senior core of that team are going to have a day out. Yeah.
So if you had to choose a player to watch out for Bangladesh, who would it be?
Shakib Hasan.
Shakib.
Yeah, the old fox, yeah.
Well, you have an entire country hoping with you that happens because it hasn't been happening so far. For you?
Yeah, as I said, Mustafizur Rahman, I think he needs to show all the skills and that we see in IPL and that experience of being exposed in amongst a bunch of cricketers that he's played a bit against through that process. So he needs to stand up there.
He will look at USA and say, there was a left-arm opening bowler there who got Rohit and Virat. Yeah. Maybe I can do that for Bangladesh. All right, for India, player to watch out for?
Sky.
Good call.
Yeah, he's in great form.
A youngster who's got a big future ahead of him, I reckon he'll go all right. Virat
Kohli?
Yeah.
Just starting
He's due. Love it.